Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Yes, I have pressed record. I am in the throes of a giant clear out and reorganise of my craft room yet again. Trying to make myself part with some stuff I don't really use anymore, so as to make space for the things that I'm really loving at the moment. Being able to enjoy the lovely things that I've got stashed away. It's got to a point where I'm not looking forward to coming into my craft room at the moment, and I know when it gets like that it's time to do something. But I've decided I'm allowed to have a quick break because it's Happy Meal time. I don't know if this is a heart, because I've probably still got a couple of hearts left to come in for the hearty swap, or it could be a piece to stitch onto community quilt. Feels a little bit fat. Oh, pretty card. Made from sustainable forest sources. That's always a good thing. Isn't that pretty? Oh, a kind of watercolour thing with pansies. I love pansies. And lavender in the background by the look of it too. Oh, look, it's Jackie. It's Jackie, aka Ten Bob. So it is a heart shape, but it's a piece for the community quilt project. Oh, here's a little something for the CQP. I can't wait to get into my new place so I can really get going. Oh yeah, I bet you're itching to get in there now, Jackie. Thank you and Tom for everything. I pass that on to Tom because none of this would be happening without Tom. You know, all of this community stuff I don't think would be happening without him. The YouTube videos wouldn't be happening. Yeah, so yes, I'll pass that on to Tom. Oh, shall we have a look at the piece? It is gorgeous. Look at those colours. I love this background piece, and it's nice when if you are sending in a piece, you don't need to put it on a backing piece. You can just send me the shape. You can just send me a higgledy-piggledy patch, whatever you like. I will link to the Bazaar playlist where you can find out, amongst other things, you can find out all about this project. This is gorgeous. So what I'll do in a situation like this is I'll apply this whole piece onto the quilt, and some of these areas will get overlapped and stitched into. Obviously we won't stitch over the heart, but yeah, all of this part that will work really well. I love this fabric. I love the colour of it. Do you know, I think this is like that colour that in historical novels you see described as puce, and that comes from the word for flea, because it's the colour of a flea, which isn't a very nice name for a colour, but it's that kind of reddish brownish, changes when you move it in the light. Yeah. Oh, sorry, my neighbour's dog's off again. This is absolutely beautiful, Jackie. I love it. So we've got gorgeous colour combination is the first thing that strikes me, but then the more you look, the more you see. So it's all this lovely texture and detail. You've got French knots down here which feel amazing and are very beautifully done. You've got little straight stitching all up and down here, blanket stitch with more French knots, sweet little rose button, lazy daisy in metallic there, hats and metallic French knots. That is positively heroic. Hats off to anyone who does anything with metallic thread in my book. And then all around here, blanket stitch with a bead on every stitch. Absolutely yum. That is gorgeous. I love this piece of lace here just to give a little bit of sparkle. That is going to make the most amazing little yet another little focal point on our quilt. This quilt is just going to be amazing. I love it, Jackie. Thank you so much for sending that in. Well, let's look at the messy backside. It's all hidden. So yeah, if you want to send in a piece, you can make a shape like this. You can put it on a back, but you don't have to. You don't need to finish the edges, and you don't have to back it. I think a piece like this with fabric around it perhaps is ideal, really, because I can kind of overlap this. We can stitch over it. We can add pieces to it. So yeah, that's kind of open to do whatever we need to do. Obviously, we'll make sure we don't overlap or stitch over this part. And yeah, if you look at the previous videos that I'll link to the playlist, you'll see a few ideas for things that you could do. I would have thought to make a Perhaps I should make a special playlist just for the community quilt project, I'm not sure. But yeah, in the previous video I'll link to the specific video where I give some ideas about where I've started working on the community quilt project, and start giving some ideas for the kind of things you could send in. I had another little idea the other day, now wherever I've put that away. Can't lay my hands on it right now because I am in the throes of a big clear out. But Viviana sent me a little house patch that she made out of scraps, so I'm gonna make a couple of those to go on the quilt as well. I think that would be really fun. Little house shapes, just made out of tiny scraps. The whole thing is only about this big. It's really cute. But you can make heart shapes like this, or circles, or triangles, or squares, or just an irregular shape, a higgledy-piggledy patch. Whatever you like, I would say. No smaller than 5 centimetres ish, no bigger than 30 centimetres at the very biggest. If you're just putting it on a backing piece like this, that's fine, because we can, as I say, we can be overlapping with this. But your main bit, your stitched part, shouldn't be bigger than sort of 30 centimetres at the most. Otherwise, we won't fit very many people's on. Thank you so much, Jackie. That is absolutely beautiful, and it's going to look really lovely as part of our community project. I'm so excited about this project. If you're in the Facebook group, I've just done one of those event things, so you can go in there. If you click on the events tab at the top of the Facebook group, or in the featured tab, I put it in there as well. If you click on that, you can go to the event, find out more information about it, and please tick the thing going or not, or interested, or going is probably better, because it would be really helpful to be able to get some idea of how many people are going to be coming. I don't mind how many people come along, or just say hi, and you can come along to as many as you like can come along to the event. You do need to book in and everything. I won't go through all of that again now, but yeah, you can find out everything you need if you click on that event that I've created. But yeah, it would be really handy to have some idea of the number of people that are going to want to join us for a bit of slow stitching, so that we can make sure we've got enough supplies, and we can make plans if need be, because if there are a lot of people, we might have to take turns and stuff. No idea. Because we've never done this before, we've actually got no idea what to expect. At one point I thought maybe it'd just be me and Marion sitting and talking to ourselves all weekend, which would be fine. We'd still have a lovely time. We did last year. But I know there are quite a few that I know of coming, and I'm starting to get a couple of little birdies telling me that there are more people that I don't know about coming as well. So yeah, it'd be really helpful to just be able to get some idea of how many people to expect, so that we can make sure everybody has a good experience. Don't forget, really important, if you are able to, don't worry if you're travelling and you're not able to, but if you've got those kind of portable fold out chairs, and you're able to bring them, if you're coming by car and you're able to bring them easily, please do, because there may be a bit of a shortage of chairs, and it will be really useful if you can bring an extra one. And also, we will provide everything, but if you've got your own favourite pair of scissors, needles that you like to use, or whatever, please feel free to bring those along as well. Again, don't worry if you can't, because we will provide everything, but I think if I was going to something like this, maybe I'd want to bring because I have got a very favourite type of needle, and I'm very precious about my scissors, as I think we all are. I think that's all I need to say for now. I'm very excited to see what other pieces I get in the post to add to the quilt over the coming weeks. I'll probably sit and stitch them on during some of the live streams and things, and I think by the time the actual event comes, I'm hoping to have a few pieces dotted all around the quilt, so nobody will be kind of sat in front of a blank page, as it were. And what I imagine us doing is probably more likely stitching on a little piece, all sat around the table chatting, stitching on a little piece, and then adding it to the quilt. But in some cases we might be working directly onto the quilt and stitching into it and things, so we'll just play it by ear and see how it goes. We're going to have the most amazing time. I'm that excited. Probably a little bit too soon to be counting sleeps, but it won't be long. Okay, quite enough waffle from me. Thank you so much again, Jackie. I love this. It's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Did I get my thumbnail? I think I did. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to add that onto the quilt. It's going to look incredible. That is such a delicious colour combination. It's making my mouth water. That's enough for me for today. I've waffled on far too long. I think it's because I don't really want to go back to my tidying. I hate it. It's going to be worth it though. Thanks for joining me. Hope you're having a good week wherever you are, and I'll see you again pretty soon. Bye.